this is where, as a practitioner, it's a red flag for us that we need to do some work on something. So if we feel like we want to rescue someone, so a classic would be somebody cries, you want to put your arm out, you want to hug them, you want to make it better. You say to them, oh, no, no, it's okay, it's okay. There is language that you use that is very rescuing kind of language. You might feel really uncomfortable with somebody's emotions. You might be very unsure what to do or what to say. You'll notice that someone who's very comfortable with holding space, they'll be able to sit, and then they'll often ask a really pokey question at a time where, if you're uncomfortable, you'd be going, oh my God, I can't believe she just asked that because this person's already in tears. Like, you'll really feel that there's a, oh my God. It can often feel like all hell's going to let loose, because actually the all hell letting loose is in us when we're feeling uncomfortable about emotions. So the making it better is a big thing. Having an agenda. So I always call that trying to shoehorn someone into an approach, like, well, you should be doing that, and you should be doing that, and it would be so much better for you if you did that. Wanting an outcome. So I really want to help them. I really want them to get better. I really want, as opposed to, they are where they are. I have absolutely no attachment to any outcome. Or I really want them to book in with me. I really want this. As soon as we start using the I word, actually, in my experience, we tend to be coming from a place in us that isn't like our most emotionally intelligent place. Being overly sympathetic, projection. So projecting onto, well, you must feel like this. That would be a classic case of projection. Or saying to people, you feel this, you feel that. Transference. So you're trying to transfer your feelings onto them. That's a real big one. Being judgmental. Oh, well, they deserved that then, didn't they? Because look at how they've been eating, or whatever it is. We talk about a non-judgmental attitude in any time you train in any kind of therapy. They'll talk about having a non-judgmental attitude. And I find it quite laughable, actually, because I kind of think that takes a lifetime to truly, truly, truly develop.
Mm.
Truly, truly, truly develop.
I also
I kind of,
I also think with the judgment, when we've got a client who is potentially in a difficult, challenging situation with someone else, and what they'll be doing is trying to get you on side, and they're looking for you to be judgmental of the person that they're talking about.
yeah.
And that is developing in ourselves that awareness that they're trying to pull us into their side because they want someone on their side. So it's that, not just being judgmental of the person in front of you, it's being judgmental of the person that is being talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. Can't listen. Oh God, I know a few people like that. Mostly near where I live. So just when you're talking, and then you can feel them kind of like just waiting for the gap so that they can speak. So they haven't heard anything that you've said. And actually it can feel very dismissive. And as being a practitioner and doing that, when you're thinking about the thing that you want to say and you're going to kind of get to the end of a sentence, but when we're not able to be fully present, that's a real, oh, okay, I'm not able to be present with this person. What's going on for me? And again, if we have awareness of that and go from a place of self-love, go, this has started to come up in me a little bit. What's going on for me? Let me go and explore it. Self-forgiveness, not self-criticism. Being triggered. So I remember, actually, it was being triggered that was one of the key moments for me in actually when I went and got my PTSD diagnosis, because I realized, I thought I was over my depression, but I was having clients coming in talking about falling pregnant. And on the outside, I'd be going, oh, wow, that's amazing. And the fear that I would have and the sinking feeling on the inside, I was like, it's not even me that's pregnant. Like, what is going on here? So being triggered, it can be so useful if we look at it from this perspective of curiosity and go, oh, I'm being triggered by something someone's saying. Okay. Or, if Laura may have been triggered by a client talking about infertility. Okay, this is a sign for me to go and look at this stuff. Trying to push a client into a process. So, shoehorning them into a specific diet, or, really trying to persuade them, not just being able to, advise and support, and then lean back and let them make their choices. And I always find it funny when a client comes away, "Oh, you'll be so cross with me because I haven't," and it's like, it's not my job to be cross with you. I'm not going to be cross with you. I'm just here to, say to you, we're going to talk about protein again. We're back talking about protein. And they go, "Oh, you must get so fed up of me." I'm like, no, no, it's your journey. You take as much time as you need. And after a while, if we're having that conversation again, it's what needs to change because we're back here having that conversation. So it's like this, but it's not about me going, "Well, I told you to eat the protein and here we are, and now you're wasting your money and you're wasting my time."
But clients can often put the coach into a parent role.
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
you'll be so cross with me." I mean, that in itself is a coaching opportunity. What was your experience like when you were growing up around people being cross with you? Is it something that really like affects you, and because it's stopping them stepping into an adult space of being able to make adult decisions? So
Yeah.
it's a coaching opportunity in itself.
Yeah. Lacking boundaries. So if someone cancels and you don't charge them for it, or if they, all of those kind of things.
Overrunning,
Overrunning,
giving
just,
more.
"Oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, you didn't show up, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine." No, these are like signs of, okay, I need to do some work here. The shoulding people, oversharing. So I think there's a difference between, like I've talked about we talked about our journey today. We'll talk about it, but it's not like you're in a session with us and we're going, "Oh yeah, well, when I had this and when I had that." And you do hear practitioners saying it's, if we're oversharing, it's very often, it's just stuff leaking out and it needs a separate space to be worked on. Being reactive, so that kind of the flashing up of the anger or the flashing up of wanting to cry or the saying stuff and then regretting it. And like we've talked about the spiritual bypassing, I don't do anger, I don't, whatever it is.
I'm too spiritual for anger.
I'm too spiritual.